At first glance, they look simple: two dark chocolate biscuits and a creamy white filling. But behind every Oreo cookie lies a billion-dollar operation, high-tech machines, and a process so precise that a single mistake could ruin millions of cookies in seconds. Every day, Oreo factories across the world produce more than 12 billion cookies a year. That's around 40,000 every single minute. But have you ever wondered how they make these perfectly shaped, crunchy yet creamy treats that taste the same no matter where you buy them? Well, get ready, because today we're going inside the secret world of Oreo to uncover how this iconic cookie is made, step by step, from the cocoa bean to your cookie jar. And trust me, once you see how much work goes into it, you'll never look at an Oreo the same way again. Welcome to Food Factory, the channel where we take you behind the scenes of how your favorite snacks are made. From secret recipes to mega factories that produce millions of treats every single day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss our next tasty deep dive. Now, let's begin our journey inside the Oreo factory. The birth of a cookie legend. Our story begins over 110 years ago, in 1912, when the National Biscuit Company, or Nabisco, introduced a cookie that would change the snack world forever. Back then, it was a simple idea: two chocolate biscuits with a sweet vanilla cream in the middle. But that simple idea became one of the most recognizable cookies on Earth. What most people don't know is that Oreo wasn't the first sandwich cookie. It was actually inspired by another brand called Hydrox, which came out 4 years earlier. But Nabisco's version? It had smoother cream, bolder flavor, and an unforgettable design, instantly stealing the spotlight. Today, Oreos are sold in over 100 countries and loved by millions. There are even limited edition flavors, from strawberry and mint to wasabi and green tea, depending on where you are in the world. But the real magic isn't just in the flavor. It's in how perfectly every single Oreo is made, identical down to the last detail. Question for you: do you prefer the classic Oreo or one of the newer flavors? Comment below. We'd love to know. Step 1. Gathering the ingredients. Before Oreos can be baked, the factory gathers high-quality ingredients, and each one plays a special role. It starts with wheat flour, milled to perfection for a smooth texture. Then there's cocoa powder, the heart of Oreo's signature dark color. But here's something surprising. Oreo doesn't use ordinary cocoa. It uses alkalized cocoa, which has been treated to remove acidity, giving it that deep color and mild, smooth flavor. Next comes sugar, finely ground so it mixes perfectly without clumping, and a blend of vegetable oils that help bind everything together. Then there's baking soda, which helps the dough puff up slightly in the oven, giving it that crisp but not hard texture. Finally, a pinch of salt to balance the sweetness. Each ingredient is tested for quality before entering the production line. Even slight differences in the grind of the sugar or the moisture of the flour can change how the cookies bake. Quick question for you: do you like your Oreos crispy or a little soft after dunking them in milk? Let us know in the comments. Step 2. Mixing the perfect dough. Once the ingredients are ready, the process begins in enormous stainless steel mixing tanks. First, the sugar, cocoa, and salt are added. Then, the flour follows. Vegetable oil is poured in slowly while huge industrial paddles begin to mix everything together. The key is precision. Too much mixing, and the dough becomes tough. Too little, and it crumbles. Oreo's secret is mixing the dough just enough to get that signature snap when you bite into the cookie. To keep the dough cool and firm, it's sometimes chilled with compressed air or dry ice. Why? Because cold dough holds its shape better when it's stamped. And that's the next big step. Question time. If you worked at the Oreo factory, which part would you want to control? The dough mixer, the stamping machine, or the chocolate storage? Comment your answer below. Step 3. Stamping that iconic design. Once the dough is ready, it's rolled into large, flat sheets and fed into the stamping machine. And here's where Oreo's most recognizable feature comes to life. That beautiful pattern and the word Oreo pressed right into the cookie. Each roller is engraved with the exact design, applying hundreds of pounds of pressure to carve perfect details into every cookie. Fun fact: the Oreo pattern is not random. It's a mix of 12 four-leaf clovers and dots arranged in a circular pattern to give the cookie its unique texture and symmetry. The dough passes through at lightning speed, producing thousands of identical discs every minute. Each one is cut with laser-like precision, ensuring they're all exactly 4.6 centimeters in diameter, not even a millimeter off. Now, your turn. Have you ever noticed the tiny symbols on an Oreo? What do you think they mean? Pure design or hidden meaning? Drop your theory below. Step 4. Baking the cookies. Now, those stamped cookie pieces travel down a conveyor belt straight into the oven. And this is no regular oven. It's a massive 400-foot-long tunnel where cookies bake for just about 12 minutes at roughly 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius. The heat has to be perfectly balanced. Too hot, and the cookies burn. Too cold, and they turn soggy instead of crispy. Every section of the tunnel oven has temperature zones. The first for rising, the middle for baking, and the last for crisping and setting. By the end of their ride, the cookies come out perfectly baked, with that signature crunch, deep chocolate color, and zero cracks. Then they're immediately cooled using industrial fans to prevent moisture from softening them. Question for you. When you eat Oreos, do you go for the crunch or twist them apart first to eat the cream? Tell us in the comments. It's a debate worth having. Step 5. Whipping up the creamy filling. While the cookies bake, another part of the factory is busy creating Oreo's world-famous cream filling. The ingredients? A secret mix of powdered sugar, vegetable shortening, corn syrup, and vanilla flavoring. These are whipped together at high speed to form a light, fluffy, and perfectly smooth cream. The process is tightly temperature controlled, between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, so the cream doesn't melt or turn oily. And fun fact, the cream in Oreos isn't actually cream from milk. It's completely dairy-free. This makes Oreos suitable for vegans in many countries. Once the cream is ready, it's stored in massive steel containers connected to robotic piping systems that distribute it to the sandwiching line. Food Factory wants to know, do you think Oreo should ever make a version with real dairy cream? Or should they stick with the original formula? Step 6. Assembling the cookie sandwich. Now comes the most satisfying part, putting it all together. The conveyor belts move the baked cookies in perfect rows. One side of the line feeds the bottom halves, and robotic nozzles pipe the cream onto each cookie in a perfect swirl. Each swirl is precisely 2.6 grams of filling, enough for a balanced bite every time. Then, the top cookie gently drops onto the cream at the perfect angle and pressure, spreading it evenly to the edges without squishing it out. These machines are so fast, they can assemble 3,000 Oreos every minute. Imagine, in the time it takes you to grab a glass of milk, Oreo just made enough cookies to fill an entire supermarket aisle. After sandwiching, the cookies pass through a cooling tunnel that solidifies the cream and locks everything together. Now, it's your turn. When you eat Oreos, are you a one-bite person or a slow and steady type? Drop your answer below. We're taking a poll. Step 7. Packaging the perfection. Once cooled, the Oreos are ready to be packed. First, robotic arms gently count and stack the cookies. Usually 11 or 12 per tray, depending on the packaging type. Then, the trays slide into flow wrapping machines that seal them airtight in bright blue packages. To ensure freshness, every package has an exact amount of nitrogen sealed inside to prevent moisture from sneaking in. From there, the boxes are grouped, labeled, and loaded into massive trucks for shipping across the globe. Fun fact, the wrapping material itself is designed to block both light and oxygen, two things that can make cookies go stale fast. Question time. How long does an Oreo packet last in your home before it's empty? Be honest, 1 day or 1 hour? Comment below. Step 8. The business of billions. Behind every delicious cookie lies an empire worth billions. Oreo is owned by Mondelez International, one of the largest snack companies in the world. Every year, Oreo generates over $3 billion in sales, and the company invests heavily in new flavors, designs, and marketing to keep fans excited. Did you know that every country has its own Oreo twist? In Japan, you'll find matcha-flavored Oreos. In Indonesia, they've got strawberry. And in the US, you'll find limited editions like red velvet or birthday cake. But even with all those flavors, the original remains the most loved, proving that sometimes the simplest ideas last the longest. Quick question for you. If you could invent your own Oreo flavor, what would it be? Drop your wildest idea below. Maybe Oreo will see it someday. Before we move to the final part, if you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of Oreos, don't forget to subscribe to Food Factory right now. We uncover how your favorite snacks are made every single week, from chocolate bars to ice cream, chips, and more. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family of food lovers. Step 9. Quality control and global shipping. Back to the production floor. Before any batch of Oreos leaves the factory, it goes through an intense quality check. Inspectors look for the perfect texture, color, and size. Each batch is tested for moisture, crunch, and cream consistency. Even the sound an Oreo makes when you break it is analyzed by special sensors. Yes, Oreo engineers literally measure the crunch sound. After passing inspection, the cookies are boxed, palletized, and sent to warehouses. From there, they travel across continents, by truck, ship, or plane, making sure your local store shelves are always stocked. Question time. What's the farthest place you've traveled and still found Oreos? Comment below. It's amazing how global this cookie really is. Step 10. The science behind the perfect bite. Ever wondered why Oreos taste so good every single time? There's actual science behind it. The cookie's cocoa flavor is carefully balanced to be just slightly bitter, so the cream tastes even sweeter in comparison. The texture contrast, crunchy shell and smooth cream, creates what scientists call a multi-sensory reward, making your brain crave more. And that twist-apart motion? Engineers studied the cookie's torque resistance to make sure the cream usually sticks to one side, giving you that satisfying reveal. Now you tell us, do you think the cream sticking to one side is intentional or just luck? Comment below with your theory. Step 11. A cookie that became culture. Oreo isn't just a cookie. it's a global icon. From viral TikTok recipes to Oreo milkshakes, cheesecakes, and deep-fried Oreos at fairs, this cookie has gone far beyond its humble beginnings. It's estimated that more than 450 billion Oreos have been sold since 1912. That's enough to circle the Earth more than 380 times if you stack them side by side. From factories in New Jersey to China, India, and beyond, millions of people work behind the scenes to keep this cookie's magic alive. Final question for you. What's your favorite way to eat an Oreo? Dunk it, twist it, crush it, or straight from the pack? Let us know in the comments. Your way might just be the best way. So next time you open that blue package, remember, every Oreo you enjoy has been through a fascinating journey of precision, science, and creativity. From mixing the dough to stamping, baking, filling, and packaging, it's a masterpiece of modern food engineering. And that's how Oreo makes millions of cookies every single day. Perfectly identical, irresistibly delicious, and loved by generations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Food Factory for more amazing behind-the-scenes looks into the world's most popular foods. Until next time, keep snacking smart and stay curious.